Monday Night Raw live from Kansas City tonight. And I think overall, you know, it wasn't a bad show. It wasn't a great show, but I think it set up a lot of things that I'm going to find great. So let's get into it. Starting first, you had Seth Rollins come out. And Seth Rollins come out. First of all, I don't know why he was wearing Aladdin's magic carpet. That was weird. Bro, some of the outfits that Seth be wearing, bro. But I guess that's why Becky Lynch is the man and he's Seth Rollins.
I'm still rich, y'all broke, and y'all are stupid.
But while he was out there talking, he got interrupted by Sami Zayn. Seth ends up telling Sami Zayn, like, you know what I mean? Like, you getting ready to get up out of here. Or actually, I'm offering you to get up out of here. You can go ahead and leave. And then, you know, we'll help you. The wise men help you get a title shot from the leftovers of John Cena and Randy Orton, I believe.
What kind of shit is that?
But in order to really get this offer, it had to be answered tonight. And obviously, if Sami didn't answer correctly, that was going to be problems for Sami Zayn. So how will Sami Zayn take it? I guess we'll find out more towards the end of the night. So we did see that Nick Aldis is GM tonight. Mr. Pierce had the week off for some reason. Funny that happened. So Rhea Ripley and Roxanne, they are the first match of the night. I think it was a very, very good match for Monday Night Raw. I loved the limb targeting by Roxanne. The limb targeting was a very good touch. That gave me like some old school wrestling vibes. Those of you that used to play WCW NWO Revenge, you remember that limb targeting was very crucial to get your submissions to make them tap out immediately. So it was fun to watch that. It was some good high flying action, but obviously, you know, Rhea Ripley, she came out victorious. Mommy with the big arms of a daddy. She pulled out another win. I'm okay with it. It was definitely a very entertaining match. We'll see if this really turns into anything, but I guess it may, because because Rhea Ripley won, but it was by disqualification.
And Julia and Roxanne Perez, who made a statement last week, gonna do the same thing again here tonight.
It was a decent match, even though that Rhea won by disqualification. You had Julia, she came out and halfway through the match, and she did end up going after the targeted leg of Rhea, which made her cripple, and then they basically jumped on her. So Rhea won by disqualification. And then while all of that was happening, here comes Leo Sky for the save. She comes out and she does an okay job. And then they flip the tables on her. They beat her down as well. And then Rhea gets in to save her. So it was cool. Where does it go from here? I guess we'll see. I'm not really with all the tag team in this situation, as I think the four girls are good on their own, but that could be a road they're getting ready to go down. Now, that match was very decent. So then we had, of course, the Logan Paul segment. Now, I just don't like Logan Paul. I just don't. I ain't never liked the kid ever since the Forest incident, which shall remain nameless. But I do feel like the promo was fun tonight.
Not the cap.
Jey Uso, he did a fun job tonight with his promo. It wasn't as cheesy as some of the Yeet promos can be, but you know, obviously the YouTuber line, that had a good touch to it. And so you know, I definitely want to give a shout out to Jey Uso, the champ.
Then I'm gonna just hand this over to some punk ass YouTuber like Logan Paul. Stop.
But for Logan Paul to get his head kicked off, that was definitely a great way to end that segment. So I like that segment. I think that Logan Paul did a very decent job playing the heel work in that. And while Jay is the babyface in that situation, he didn't come across as hokey as he can at times. So I definitely appreciated it. Now, after that, we cut and we see, you know, the War Raiders are getting ready to be in the match against JD McDonough and Finn Balor. But we starting to see more and more cracks in the Judgment Day, at least from the Finn Balor perspective, where, you know, he's feeling left out of the loop. They're not really notifying him of stuff. And since Dominic is champ right now, it's kind of like he's the de facto leader. And, you know, it's funny to kind of watch Finn kind of get pushed in a place where it's like it's him and Carlito. And Finn's not necessarily feeling that. So the tension is building with the Judgment Day. So I definitely expect that to turn left.
But in future, can we please keep me in the loop around? Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Yes.
Right.
We do end up having the Finn Balor and JD McDonough match versus the War Raiders, and the New Day were live there at commentary. And heel New Day, man, first of all, thank God for a New Day. I gotta be honest with you. It was definitely fun to to watch the New Day on commentary. They were very fun. Pat McAfee was kind of wobbly in that, but I don't know why, but it just seemed like he was kind of wobbly in his commentary with the New Day out there, but the New Day was giving him the business. So that was definitely fun to watch. And so the match ended with, you know, it was a decent back and forth match. Obviously, anytime you get to see Ivar big ass flipping around the ring, man, Ivar, bro, he's definitely one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, the agility of that big man is crazy.
Cut any kind of weight except when he...
Oh! Carlito ends up distracting the referee, but for whatever reason, he did it, and it helped Penta come out of nowhere, and then Penta pushed McDonough off the ropes, and War Machine hit the finish for the win. The match, I didn't necessarily like the pacing of the match. I felt like the match was a bit rushed, but it was an okay match. I ain't think it was a bad match, but it was definitely an okay match.
Barely.
So then we get to see Sammy and the Wise Man talk about the offer that was laid upon him.
Upon your entry into SmackDown, you will face the winner of John Cena versus Randy Orton.
I think they're getting ready to consolidate a whole lot of power. I think at some point, Sami Zayn might be getting ready to turn on Jay and possibly take the belt from Jay. Now, get in the comments right now. Do you think that Jey Uso is going to stay champion more than a pay-per-view or two? Is he a clear transitional champ, or does the company really believe in him right now for this position? Or will it really just depend on how it plays out? I mean, because we know he got the in-ring talent. The Yeet thing is big right now. But is that really who we want? I'll be honest, I can deal with his baby face more than I can deal with Cody's baby face. Kobe's baby face is just a bit much right now.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you did.
So now we got the man coming out, and the man is out there running her mouth, and what's her name? Lyra? Yeah, her.
Oh, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. No, you did.
I wasn't feeling none of this segment. This segment was boring to me. It was just boring to me. The way it ended with the little skirmish at the end, I wasn't really feeling it. That could have been thrown away to me.
Oh, and Becky Lynch from behind.
Bitch, are you for real?
Just like last week.
Lyra drop kicks Becky Lynch through the ropes, and what that leads to her going up the ramp to celebrate, and then Becky Lynch attacking her from behind, and then after she attacks her from behind, she escapes through the crowd. So
That's the veteran sneaking out the side door, coming through the back door there.
Gabe running his mouth to Penta. That didn't turn out so well.
It was watching your useless brother Phoenix drop his first match to El Grande Americano.
Why you bringing up old shit?
NXT Women's Champion Stephanie and Ivy Nile with Chad Gable. This was a decent match. I do like old girl style, the NXT champion, Stephanie, but the problem I have with her is I can't root for no girl who appears to be dressing up like a Baphomet to come to the ring and on full demon time.
Yo, the devil's in full effect.
I mean, she got a move called the Devil's Kiss. Now, she did get to hit her finish and get a clean win. She did. Now, I did like when she caught herself trying to walk up on Gable, and then, you know, she got attacked from behind. That was some good outside action. It was a decent match. It was okay. I think it was better. It was definitely better than the whole Becky Lynch situation, in my opinion. So I definitely liked that match. It was, you know, Raw was a nice pace tonight. I just felt like the one tag match with Finn Balor and JD McDonough was kind of rushed. But other than that, I felt like Raw had a great pace tonight.
Well, no shit. So
then we get to the Pat McAfee promo. Pat McAfee drops a promo where he's going in about his loyalty and whatnot, and basically how he stood up for Michael Cole, and, you know, he was okay with getting choked out by Gunther. So then, you know, all this comes out, and Pat McAfee lets him know that he wants Gunther to be reinstated because he wants to fight him. Huh? So they'll do it at Backlash. Now, how is this gonna work? So what is Gunther just on? Like, he out right now? He kind of hurt or something like that? I don't know. But obviously he's supposed to just cream Pat McAfee, but that's not just how it's gonna go, right? So what's the actual play here, I guess, is my question.
Exactly.
So that brings us to our main event, which is the situation with the situation with Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins, and is he going to accept the offer and whatnot. So Sami Zayn tells, Seth Rollins, I respect you, I love you, but you need to go to hell.
I respect you, I love you, but this is me telling you to go to hell.
So then we get to the end. You got Sami Zayn trying to, hit him with the haluva kick. Breaker counters with a spear, and then he looks at Rollins. Rollins gave him the go ahead type of head nod, and then Braun Breaker ended up hitting him with a super spear. And then while Sami Zayn was, rolling around in pain and everything, Seth Rollins was telling him to take the deal. Take the deal. And Zayn told him again. Sammy told him, hey, go to hell. Then Breaker hit him with another super spear. And Rollins, he rolled out of the ring. The officials and medical staff, they checking on Sammy and whatnot. And then Seth was sitting there yelling at Braun Breaker and telling him basically, when Sammy made his bed, he got to lie in it. So with that being the case, next thing you know, curb stomp.
Empathy and compassion, and Rollins down with a stop.
So how does this story end with Sami Zayn? I don't know, but I'm very intrigued because we saw Jey Uso and Sammy talk backstage for a hot second during tonight's episode, and it makes you wonder, like, how is this going to all be intertwined? Now, of course, the biggest thing that the internet's talking about right now is Seth Rollins doing this. So now the buzz is Seth Rollins could be working for The Rock. So now you have a situation where it could be The Rock, Seth Rollins, the Wiseman, Braun Breaker, and possibly Sami Zayn. If this is all stacking up to be this, what kind of faction are we talking about here? This is this was a very intriguing night because I'm just trying to figure out where Sammy falls. Like, the show itself, I think it was just kind of an average show, but the storylines and the possibility of where these storylines are going, I have to say I'm definitely intrigued and ready to see where they're going. Favorite moment of the night for me? Come on, man. I'm an Eagles fan.
I've been so excited to come here to Kansas City.
Not the cap.
So we can finally celebrate the 2025 Super Bowl World Champ Philadelphia Eagles.
So shout out to the kid Grayson Waller. I definitely appreciated that as an Eagles fan. I do, like I said, great show tonight, very fun. Mediocre as far as the card and whatnot went, but the storylines got me wanting more. What do you think? Get in the comments right now. LNC Wrestling. Finally, this is my first Raw review, so I can't wait to look back on this one like 4 or 5 years from now and realize how lame it really was. If you're new here, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 100 subscribers. We're going to make it. But then again, I'm probably lying. God is great. See y'all later. Peace. Pat, you know you about to get your ass whipped.
Then I'm gonna just hand this over to some punk ass YouTubers.